Hello there, it's midnight and you are tuned in to Nightline with me, Nadia Azmi. The top stories. NIMP 2030 to drive Malaysia into high-tech industrialised nation. And Malaysia rejects China's territorial claims in South China Sea. Good morning. The soon-to-be launched New Industrial Master Plan 2030, NIMP 2030, will transform Malaysia into a high-tech industrialised nation. In a National Day address, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said the NIMP 2030, which is scheduled to be launched on September 1st, will focus on a transition that is not limited to a particular sector, but one with the objective and mission of turning Malaysia into a high-tech industrialised nation. Datuk Seri Anwar was delivering his maiden National Day address as the Prime Minister in Putrajaya on Thursday. He addressed a crowd of over 7,000 people at the Putrajaya International Convention Centre. Datuk Seri Anwar, who is also the Finance Minister, pointed out that industrial digital transformation will not only restore Malaysia as a preferred investment destination, but also boost the nation's capabilities.
2 hari lagi kita akan luncurkan plan perindustrian negara. Bukan seperti mana biasa plan.
On the road to transforming Malaysia into a great nation.
Memanai merdeka maknanya segala khazanah, segala kekuatan dan usaha adalah untuk mengembalikan hak kepada rakyat, mengangkat martabat negara ini. Dan saya yakin kalau semangat ini ada di kalangan rakyat Malaysia, Malaysia akan muncul sebagai negara hebat dan gagah di Asia Tenggara ini.
He said the unity government gave assurances that it would defend the rights of every citizen in this country without anyone being left out. But things that have been enshrined in the Constitution and Islam as the federal religion will continue to be defended. Also present at the event were the 2 Deputy Prime Ministers, Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi and Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, Cabinet Ministers, senior government officials, community representatives and students. 66 years since Malaysia's declaration of independence serves as a poignant reminder of the nation's journey to a multi-ethnic democracy that stands as a testament to the strength of unity in diversity. This year's National Day celebration echoes a resounding call for the nation's unwavering commitment to growth, harmony and the collective spirit that defines its identity. Our reporter Alif Yunus uncovers the deeper significance of National Day.
In line with the theme Malaysia Madani, Tekad Perpaduan Penuhi Harapan, this year's National Day holds a deeper meaning that resonates with Malaysians' unwavering love for the country. However, the evolution of how Malaysians express their spirit of patriotism and unity today marks a significant departure from the time when the country achieved independence 66 years ago.
Merdeka! Merdeka!
If we don't have a deep historical significance and we don't understand the complexities of the history, then essentially we'll be just looking forward with no sense of foundations. So for me, that is becoming increasingly a problem, I think. That we always have harapan or hopes for the future, but those hopes for the future can only be realized if we are very akrab, very close and intimate with the past.
Koo, who is the son of eminent historian, the late Tan Sri Koo Kay Kim, said that it is imperative for people to have a clear understanding of what they are uniting around.
For a long time, I think we just united around a government. when now, our process of democratization has really matured. I think we have to unite behind national principles and national values. And we have to unite around a national memory. Like Rukun Negara. We have to understand how that came about. We even have to understand how the Malayan Constitution came about. We have to unite around those things. Basically, we unite around what gave birth to this nation, what has sustained this nation, and what this nation aspires to be.
The theme of unity resonates not only as a symbol of the nation's social fabric, but also as a catalyst for economic development and growth. Economist Liu Chi-yong highlights the significance of unity in attracting investment, fostering innovation, and maintaining political stability.
Because if there is no unity, then you have, as I said just now, you have more difficulties on the side of the government to implement policy, because they have to solve other kinds of problems as well, conflicts between different levels of society and so on. But with unity, then the government have less problems to deal with, and then the government policies can also be consistent as well if we have unity in the country. So if we have consistent government policies, this will attract more foreign investment into the country, and also improve Malaysia's image at the international stage from the perspective of international trade and investment.
Nurturing unity is an ongoing process that requires commitment and effort from all Malaysians. By embracing and celebrating the diversity that makes Malaysia unique, the spirit of unity can thrive and contribute towards a more prosperous society. Tune in tomorrow as I dive deeper into another facet of Malaysia's 66th National Day story. Alif Yunus, TV3.
Now, talking about promoting unity, Corporal Muhammad Azmi Zabidi is no longer just an ordinary policeman. Videos of the unconventional motivational talks he gives to young Malaysians on unity and race relations have recently gone viral. FMT's Natasha Bust takes up the story.
After this, make sure kalau makan dekat kantin, campurlah. Jangan Melayu-Melayu je. Cina je, orang mengguyang itu je. Yang India macam tu je. Rocky Bike KGF sana.
Azmi Zabidi is a man on a mission. The 36-year-old police officer has been traveling from school to school, giving motivational talks in a bid to battle racial prejudices. Indeed, what started out as a stopgap role has turned full-time for Azmi.
Jadi saya pada mulanya membantu, tapi tak sangka pula sampai ke tahap inilah. Jadi mungkin itu je lah, mungkin sebagai orang kata batu sokongan saya, batu loncatan untuk saya untuk bagi motivasi kepada pelajar-pelajar lah.
The secret to his success? Singing, dancing, and cracking rambunctious jokes to gain the children's attention, helped in no small measure by his background as a fitness instructor.
Asalnya saya ni ajar senam aerobik untuk pelajar-pelajar sekolah. Jadi mungkin cara penyampaian saya, suara saya kuat. Masa saya ajar senam aerobik tu saya tekankan disiplin semua kan. Jadi start dari situ ramai yang inilah.
Despite his imposing figure, Azmi has managed to foster relations with his young audience due to his prowess in several languages. He is able to converse in Chinese and Tamil, which helps him communicate better with the students. Azmi said his efforts appear to have paid off, with many students now mingling more freely with their peers.
On Merdeka Day, he hopes that all Malaysians will set aside their differences and fully focus on fostering unity and cultural diversity.
Lupakan sekejap lah politik. Kita fokus pada 31 Ogos yang julung-julungnya kita sambut setahun sekali je. Kita tunjuk contoh yang baik pada anak-anak kita lah. Ingatlah, kadang-kadang makanan dalam Malaysia pun dapat menyatukan pelbagai kaum. Ada juga Cina suka nasi lemak, India suka nasi lemak, Melayu pun suka, teh tarik, Melayu semua. Jadi negara kita ni unik. Jangan dirosakkan oleh situasi yang tak sepatutnya lah.
Natasha Bust, FMT for Nightline.
And as we celebrate 66 years of Merdeka, here's a look at how it has become a tradition for the residents of Flat Sri Melaka in Cheras, Kuala Lumpur, to fly the Jalur Gemilang and brighten up their surroundings as a community. FMT's Divya Ragu has a story.
As Malaysia celebrates its 66th year of independence, residents at Flat Sri Melaka in Cheras, Kuala Lumpur are marking the occasion by putting up colourful Jalur Gemilang decorations. Aslan Ahmad, head of the Flats Block 10 community, says they usually conduct a gotong royong 2 weeks before National Day to clean up the place prior to bringing out the flags.
Surrounded by red, white, yellow and blue, residents such as 75-year-old Shah Kamal Muhammad Yusuf tells FMT Lifestyle it's easy to be filled with the patriotic spirit.
Saya pun nak berkibar bendera pada masa itu. Tapi saya tak tahu apa itu yang dia seronok sangat tentang bendera tu. Ini masih kanak-kanak kan. Ya. Itulah bagi generasi-generasi yang baru kan untuk kita menyampaikan apa itu artinya kemerdekaan. Jadi mungkin akan menyambung generasi yang akan datang apa yang telah wujudnya kemerdekaan.
Fellow resident Haja Parida Nurdin also takes pride in this country she has called home for the past 71 years.
Pun saya masa tu umur 5 tahun, tapi saya masih ingat lagi lah helikopter macam tu terbang rendah bagi risalah-risalah untuk hari kemerdekaan tahun 57 dulu. Masih ingat saya kutip-kutip pasal depan rumah saya tu ada padang. Jadi saya masih ingatlah kertas risalah tu yang warna kuning ada, warna merah ada, tapi masa tu kita tak tahu baca kan. Itulah.
63-year-old Hasima Kasa is another proud Malaysian in the community.
Bagi saya lah yang pernah duduk kampung dulu kan susah. Memang erti merdeka tu memang kita bangga sebab kita dah sambut merdeka. Kan? Itu sebab kita terapkan pada anak-anak muda sekarang ni yang tak tahu apa-apa, kesusahan dulu kan, betul-betul dulu kita terapkan malam 31 Ogos ni kita buat persembahan apa-apa kan. Jadi kita bagi penerangan lah apa erti merdeka. Dia masuk kat sekolah ada pertandingan pakaian kan. Memang dapat nombor 1.
While another resident, Leong Mi Lin, recalls regularly taking part in the celebrations at Dataran Merdeka years ago.
Ya kan sih我哋喺 Merdeka 大草場嗰度啊，賣下嘢咁咯。我哋賣炒粉嘅，幾耐以前嘅事啊！即係有咗Merdeka，我哋就有上去咯。即係佢哋有慶祝，我哋就有上去咯。
As for the younger members of the community, 15-year-old Nur Nasrullah Iskandar says he gets into the spirit by going to school in traditional baju Melayu every year.
Rasa sangat-sangat gembira kerana saya tidak terkena daripada jajahan-jajahan dahulu, tapi merasa bahawa bahawa dahulu orang-orang dahulu bersusah-susah payah untuk menyelamatkan negara ini daripada penjajah. Jadi saya berasa sangat gembira dan bertuah lahir pada tahun 2008.
Merdeka! Merdeka!
Selamat menyambut Hari Kemerdekaan
yang ke-66 tahun
kepada seluruh rakyat Malaysia.
Divya Ragu, FMT Lifestyle for Nightline.
Malaysia has firmly conveyed its non-recognition of China's assertions regarding the South China Sea delineations within the 2023 China Standard Map, which extends over Malaysian maritime territories. In an official statement, the Foreign Ministry unequivocally stated that Malaysia does not consider China's map to possess any legally binding force. The ministry reiterated that Malaysia had consistently rejected any foreign entity's claims of sovereignty, sovereign rights or jurisdiction over maritime features within the nation's territorial waters or exclusive economic zone. This position is grounded in Malaysia's steadfast adherence to the principles enshrined in the New Malaysia Map 1979. The statement added that Malaysia feels the issue of the South China Sea is complex and sensitive and needs to be handled peacefully and rationally through dialogues and discussions based on international laws, including the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea 1982. The ministry also stressed that Malaysia was committed to continue working with all parties to enforce the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea in a holistic and effective manner, and to the negotiation process of an effective and substantive Code of Conduct, COC, in the South China Sea, and towards the goal of finalising the COC as early as possible.
This week on Money Matters, we'll talk about the return of tourists to Malaysia. Can the nation expect a full recovery by the end of 2023? What efforts can be taken to build back the sector in the post-COVID era? Join us with MATA President Nigel Wong Choon Tiem this Saturday at 5 p.m. on TV3 and live HD stream on Tonton.
Petronas posted a revenue of 170.3 billion ringgit for the first half of this year amid a marked decline in energy prices. It is a marginal decrease from 170.4 billion ringgit recorded in the same period last year. Profit after tax also decreased by 13% to 40.2 billion ringgit, mainly attributable to lower average realised prices. Petronas President and Group CEO Tan Sri Tengku Muhammad Taufik said the group has resolutely progressed in its initiative to sustain business performance despite contending with a volatile price environment in the first 6 months of the year. Capital investments capex amounted to 21.4 billion ringgit, mainly attributed to upstream and gas business projects, while total assets strengthened to 742 billion ringgit as at June 30th, compared to 710.6 billion ringgit as at December 31st last year. Media Prima Berhad has recorded a revenue of 1.4 billion ringgit and a profit after tax PAT of 67.3 million ringgit for 18 months under the period ended June 30th, 2023. The country's largest integrated media group's revenue and PAT for the quarter ended June 30th were 223 million ringgit and 8.1 million ringgit respectively. Media Prima's Group Chairman Datuk Sri Syed Hussein Al-Junaid expressed optimism over the group's performance despite challenging economic and advertising market conditions. The company maintains a strong belief that the brand strength, expansive reach and innovative content will continue to strongly resonate with its dedicated audiences and advertisers while delivering value to their shareholders. The group also declared a single-tier dividend of 1.5 cent per share. Gabon military officers declare coup after elections. News from the foreign front after this breather. on national television, saying they had taken power after the state election body announced President Ali Bongo Ondimba had won a third term. The officers, who claimed that they represented all security and defence forces in the country, said Ali Bongo was placed under house arrest and one of his sons arrested for treason. Appearing on the television channel Gabon 24, the group declared that the election results were cancelled, state institutions dissolved and all borders closed until further notice. Tensions were running high amid fears of unrest after Saturday's presidential, parliamentary and legislative vote, which saw President Ali Bongo seeking to extend his family's 56-year grip on power. The suspension of some foreign broadcasts, the authorities' decision to cut internet service and impose a nighttime curfew nationwide after the poll had raised concerns about the transparency of the electoral process. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been sent to judicial remand for 2 weeks on charges of leaking state secrets, a day after the Islamabad High Court suspended his 3-year jail sentence on corruption charges. Khan's custody was extended till September 13th to investigate him in the so-called Cypher case after a special court held the proceedings on the jail premises in Atok City on Wednesday. The 70-year-old was charged under the Official Secrets Act for making public the contents of a confidential cable sent by Pakistan's ambassador to the United States and using it for political gains. Khan, however, denies any wrongdoing, saying the accusations against him are politically motivated. Football, the Saudi Pro League. Cristiano Ronaldo scored twice and had a goal disallowed in Al Nassr's 4-0 win over Al Shabab. Ronaldo opened the scoring after just 10 minutes from the spot following a handball. The skipper then grabbed his second in the 38th minute, again from the spot, after he was brought down inside the area. Sadio Mane then added the third for Al Nassr as he beat Al Shabab's keeper at the near post, with Ronaldo providing the assist. Sultan Al Ghanam completed Al Nassr's comfortable win in the 80th minute, unleashing a fierce drive from close range that found the top corner of the net. The Luis Castro's side have now won their last 2 games to move on to 6 points and up to 6th place in the table. when we return, cannabis weighing 51 kilograms seized. Stay tuned. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussein has confirmed that 3 policemen, including a senior officer, were arrested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) in Muar, Johor. Johor Police Chief Datuk Kamarul Zaman Mahmad also confirmed the arrest, saying MACC and Bukit Aman investigations were underway. It was earlier reported that the trio, a 54-year-old assistant superintendent and 2 sergeants, including a woman aged 36 and 40, attached to the Narcotics Crime Investigation Department, were arrested after having their statements taken at the Muar MACC office on Monday and Tuesday. They were nabbed for allegedly bribing a pathologist at the Sultanah Aminah Hospital to falsify reports. The pathologist had been arrested earlier by MACC but has since been released on bail. According to a source, investigations have identified some 43 anti-narcotics policemen in Johor who are alleged to be involved in offering bribes to pathologists from the chemistry department to tamper with drug suspects' urine samples from 2018 to 2022. The source said that the National Anti-Graft Commission has so far arrested 37 suspects linked to the case on separate occasions who are currently out on bail pending investigations. In Kedah, police have arrested a married couple and seized 51 slabs of dried compressed leaves suspected to be cannabis, weighing 51.6 kilograms and worth an estimated 160,000 ringgit in a raid on a house in Bandar Seri Astana on Monday. Kuala Muda District Police Chief ACP Zaidi Che Hassan said the couple, both aged 32, were detained in the raid carried out by the Narcotics Crime Investigation Department of the Pulau Pinang Police Headquarters at 12:30 a.m. During the raid, the man is believed to have just collected the supply of the drugs from Kelantan and stopped to rest at the house before heading to distribute the drugs in the northern Perak areas. A slab of dried compressed leaves suspected to be cannabis were found in the house, while 50 other slabs were found in a Honda Jazz car, which is believed to have been used by the suspect to collect and distribute the drugs. The man is believed to be a transporter who received payment to collect drug supplies from a neighbouring country and distribute them in bordering states based on demand. The suspect, who also had 2 narcotics and 2 criminal records, tested positive for drugs. Both suspects have been remanded for a week until September 3rd under Section 117 of the Criminal Procedure Code. The case is being investigated under the Dangerous Drugs Act.
Tapi dia guna number plate.
In anticipation of the Independence Day, Malaysia finishes up its final preparations to mark the 66th National Day celebration as we continue to grow and embrace our unique multicultural heritage. Let's take a look at the preparations as we wrap up Nightline this time around. The Nightline team would also like to ask all our viewers to pray for the fast recovery of our very own Raymond Goh. I'm Nadia Azmi. Thank you for watching.